This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 51, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a man's point of view. First of all, we want to thank all our listeners, each and every one of you, our new and our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, Kevin Garnett has to pay $100,000 a month.
I hope it's for somebody that helped him become an NBA legend.
Hilarious. Eddie Murphy is back. Kamal and I fan out about his comedy special. Maybe that's coming up on Netflix, and Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee episode.
I can't wait to see it.
And B-Dog from Pomona gives us a movie message about his son. And Nadia from Brooklyn has a revised list of what she's looking for in a man. All that and more right now. This MRI podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. We got some feedback, homie.
Do we now?
Me and my son. This is from B-Dog in Pomona. He said, me and my son listen to your podcast and discuss and laugh and bond. That sentence alone, Kamal, right there is...
That's why we do it.
This is why we do it, bro. We can stop the show right now. We can just pack it up.
Yeah.
This is a man...
Yeah.
Probably a, ex-roughneck that's just bonding with his son, dog.
Yeah.
Listening to this show.
Discussing.
Laugh, bond, pause. Now, son.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Now, the nigga said he'll love these hoes now.
Yeah. And the good thing about our show is, man, that for the most part, well... We have different perspectives sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Right. I mean, for the most part, yeah, we agree. We're both cops.
Yes.
We're both cops.
You're a good cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he can see one side, get both arguments,
yeah,
and they can decide for themselves.
And then his dad can say, hey, now, I got to disagree with them both right here.
Yeah.
But you can stop it right there and be like, all right, man, so that's how they get down.
Yeah, I like it.
But let me tell you something right now. In this family, we don't do that. We would never do that. You're right. I would never blah, blah with your mother. You're right, Dad. Boom. You could take it, erase everything we've said because you're right there as you're supposed to be.
But it definitely sparks the discussion.
Man, I'm loving
conversation.
This, man. So he said, you can't even imagine how it felt when he remembered your voice and meeting you. I guess I met my dude. That's dope.
Okay.
Yeah. But the crazy part, blood, check this. He saw you doing one of our talks recently after your show, and he remembered seeing you, realizing you was living out your dream. Oh, that's dope. Met him after the show.
Okay.
It clicked for him that men really enjoy seeing success, and he wanted to be seen the same way. Damn. Thank you for providing the platform. B-Dog from Pomona. Wow.
Yeah, man, it's deep, and it's really cool. Because you are living out your dream,
yeah.
And a lot of men throughout history probably never got to live out their dream because they have to go out and work, they have to provide for the family, so they have to sacrifice their goals, their dreams, their aspirations to basically take care of the family. They have to, quote unquote, do the right thing.
Yeah.
Now, occasionally, you can do both. Live out your dreams and also take care of the fam and stuff like that. That's the ideal situation.
Yeah.
But for a lot of men, throughout history, their goals in life weren't working in the factory. You know what I'm saying? Or the fields and stuff like that. I'm sure there's a lot of cats right now coming from different countries who their ideal situation is not picking fruit when they were 13.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they got to do what they got to do. And so I know a lot of males at a certain age, they become disillusioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a dream. That's just that's a fantasy.
Yes.
And so it's cool to see you talk about it and you're actually doing it.
Yeah, man.
And so I can see what he says about you. It's dope to see it, and that can inspire a child. I don't know how old the son is.
Yeah.
But it's definitely inspirational.
Man, that's dope, man. We come back, we're going to save a relationship. Listen to the MRA podcast. Hey, guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. Come on, we got to save a relationship right quick.
Yeah.
Now, this lesson is for we're doing differently this time. We're talking to the parents now, right?
So we're going back.
Well, B-Dog is enjoying this show with his son. So that inspired us to say, you know what? Let's save a different relationship. Let's save the parental-child relationship today.
Okay.
And so I talked to you about how my grandmother, my dad's mom, told my mom, basically in one way or the other, that you got to watch out for my boy. And I was like, and you told me your mom
My mom did the same. Well, yeah, I think it was tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
She told my wife, like, you know what I'm saying, before we were married, like 6 or 7 years ago, I wouldn't be with this guy.
I know my mom says some shit like that.
I wouldn't have been with him. Like, that's my son. I wouldn't have been with him. And
I got to throw the flag. Flag on the play.
Definitely flag on the play. But they agreed. It was one of my flaws.
Yeah.
And they had a good time. They laughed about it and stuff like that. But it was like,
nah.
Dang, my mom's not pom-pomming for me.
Not for now. Let me tell you something, parents. This is for B-Dog. It's all the parents out there. All right, guys. Now it's time for the lesson of the day. You got a pom-pom for your kid, man. Your loyalty is to your child, not that other person. And I know that sounds crazy, but I got 4 kids, right? I can't imagine telling some girl, hey, man, you better watch out for, especially my knucklehead. You better watch out for that one. Nah. I'm going to be like, hey, drink some of this Kool-Aid right here.
Now, what if one of your children's significant others comes to you and they're having some trouble?
Yes.
In the
as they will be,
right?
Especially if you got my youngest son.
And they're seeking guidance. And the stuff that they're outlining is the shit you notice too about your kid. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, man. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it 100, especially if they come to the MRA podcast with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat a damn thing, but what I am going to do is I'm going to always double back and have my sons back. So I'm going to be like, yo, man, he is a little immature. He is kind of bossy, right? And we call him Officer Jared for a reason because he likes to tell people what to do. But dude got a good heart. You know, he's once you can get past the bullshit, you're dealing with a loyal cat. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well,
what would you say about Kamal?
My boy?
No, Kamal Abdul-Jabbar Sr.
Oh.
Are you the junior?
I'm the actual third, yeah.
You're the third, so your boy's the fourth.
I'm sorry, I'm the second.
You're the second. He's the third.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say about 2?
Man, I am loyal.
No. You got to be the parent.
Oh, okay. My son, oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he's not that emotional. It's not that affectionate. We didn't raise him that way.
Yes.
I didn't hug him a lot growing up.
Yeah.
And so that's partly our fault. However,
here it is.
He is a loyal dude, and he will do anything in his power for the people he loves.
Boom.
He might not say it.
He may not say it, but you're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be some other women in his life. But dude is loyal. He ain't leaving. So if you can handle that, you'll be all right. He's grumpy. He's mercurial. He needs to be alone. But when he comes out of his cave, if you're there, things are going to work out. Ooh, that was good.
Yeah, I just don't see how that one will work.
Yeah, that pep talk ain't going to work.
Like if you can handle all them bitches and him like being moody and being alone and being mean as a motherfucker, hey,
this is a job for you. We come back, man. We go to the front page of our lives, man. My birthday's tomorrow, man, and we're gonna talk about that old birthday kidnap that we talked about on the first episode. This is the MRA podcast. Yo, Kamal,
what's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013.
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna finish this album. This thing is coming out eventually. You know, you gotta finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually, it's finally here.
Eventually, it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing is funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there, like there's a reference to. It was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out, and I was like, wow, that's dated. Okay, but the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still
Yeah,
Caitlin. Is it Caitlin?
No, he's Bruce.
He's Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce, and this when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." Kamal, I'm not sure if it's episode 1 or 2. Might have been 1, but we talked about Ian Edwards' joke of stealing the birthday, right?
Yeah,
that was one of our early episodes. Well, my birthday's tomorrow. We don't drop till Wednesday, but we're going early because you're going out of town.
Yeah.
So what you got going on, man?
Man, some family, former family from my son's school. Okay. They invited us out to Lake Elsinore.
Okay.
Or something like that. So.
Okay, so you won't be able to be here. We normally broadcast on Mondays, so we're way early today. We're Saturday.
Yeah.
We've never recorded on Saturday before, but that's not the problem. Anyway, so my birthday is tomorrow, Sunday, July 21st, and I got rich people problems, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Every year. So I'm not a big fan of birthdays, Kamal, at all. Like, and the reason why I don't like them, I don't like holidays. I don't like days where I'm expected to do some shit other than what I feel like doing. I have a routine. And whenever, like, for instance, Sunday morning, every Sunday morning I get up and I meditate, pray, go through my gratitude, right? Hopefully stretch out, go for a run. Sunday morning, 5K Sunday, every Sunday for the last maybe 3 years, 5K Sunday, right? With Kevin Hart on the Nike app. And then lately I've been going to church because my boy, one of my closest friends from childhood, Pastor Braxton, Fat B, he cuts my hair. I go out church Sunday morning, right? After that, we do a Shirl Underwood radio broadcast, right? Okay. That's my routine every Sunday. And then Sunday night, I go to the Improv from 9 to midnight. I just gave my whole little Sunday schedule.
Yeah.
A stalker could
find me.
Somebody
wanted to see you.
Yeah. They know exactly where I'll be. But that's my Sunday, right? Uh-huh. It drives me nuts when it's Christmas or, I'm not going to say Mother's Day, but like a day where I ain't, well, you can't do your normal routine because it's this made up day. It's Valentine's Day. It's just like, but I still got to get up and run, and I still want to church.
Is Valentine's Day, what is it, the 14th?
It's the 14th, no matter what. So if it falls on a Sunday, then that means that now, because of this made-up day, things got to change.
Right.
So I don't like it when it's your birthday.
Father's Day.
Man, the only thing I like about Father's Day is that I should be able to do what the hell I want. But it just doesn't usually work out like that. Uh-huh. So the first thing I heard was, And this is I admit, this is rich people's problems. This is being spoiled, right? But the question was, you going to church because, I was thinking maybe, we could do a breakfast. But I'm just like, I don't understand why. I just want to do what I normally do.
Yeah.
But it's your birthday. It's my birthday, not yours.
Right. Well, it's definitely people want to use your particular birthday as an excuse to spend more time with you, to get in there. Or like I know a couple years ago, my wife hijacked your birthday. It was really a time just to get away.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yes.
Let's do this because she wanted to get away.
Yeah, she asked me the other day, what are you doing? And I was just like, I'm not falling for this year. I'm not falling for this, Kamal.
I had a ball in Palm Springs, man.
Yeah, I had a ball too, man. It was fun, but I just don't like, man, I just don't like when I feel like I'm getting got. I remember one time, and so like for the longest time, I just always had to deal with, wifey would be like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And it just always bothered me. Anyway, so I want to flip that and I'm thankful for another year, and I'm hoping to do nothing, Kamal.
Okay.
Oh, I'm hoping to do my normal routine and then sit on my ass. I had one time, a young lady told me, I took the day off. I'm wondering, just let me know, what you'd like to do. And I was just like, huh? Let me know if you want to spend some time, because you always come over on your birthday. And I was just like, it frustrated me. It was just the principle of it, Kamal, of like, that's giving me a job, another job.
Yeah, that's rich people problems.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, my birthday is like, so we're going to such and such to take Jabril trick or treating. That's my birthday. Me telling me where I'm going to be for that night.
I feel bad for complaining now.
Yeah,
yeah, because there could be another situation where like the phone ain't ringing, emails ain't coming in, nobody gives a fuck.
I remember one year, she got me tickets to see Mike Epps. So my birthday's on the 31st. Maybe it was like the 29th or the 30th. She got me tickets to see Mike Epps. I think we were staying in the hotel that night.
She got you one ticket?
Nah.
No, she
2
got you
tickets.
Okay.
He was like in one of those casinos, Pachanga
Okay,
or some
cool.
shit. And that day,
Mm-hmm.
my older son got sick, and I spent all night in the emergency room.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you talking about people wanting to.
I know, man. Well, I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful, man. I'm sorry that I just complain. I hate complainers, man. I just complain about a blessing. I'm sorry, world, America, world.
You know what I'm saying? You started it off by saying rich people problems.
It is rich people problems,
Right.
I hate. I almost want to cut that whole segment out, dude.
Nah, man.
I just say, ugh. I just complain about motherfuckers want to spend time, man. You that dude now, nigga? I hate you, bruh.
It's all good.
We come back, man. Eddie Murphy is making a comeback, man. I'm excited about this, dog.
Yep.
You listen to the MRA podcast. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. Hey, dog, do you ever watch Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee?
I do.
Do you? You like it?
I like it.
You see the Steve Harvey one?
No.
Who
Maybe.
have you seen? Because I've seen all the black ones.
I've seen like the first season.
Mm-hmm.
So first 2 seasons was it, and it was on
Crackle.
Yeah, I guess they would put them on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
So I've seen those. I haven't seen any of like the stuff on YouTube.
What about Netflix? Have you seen the Netflix?
Netflix, that's what I meant to say.
Okay, you haven't seen those?
No, I've seen like like some of the older guys, like the older comedians and stuff like that. Bill Maher,
Chris Rock.
I think I've seen Chris Rock. I've seen like Jay Leno.
Love Jay.
So I've seen like the old stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The Eddie Murphy episode just dropped.
Okay.
Hey man, I was at the Comedy Magic Club, man, and remember when we did that project and Mario Jordan was on it?
Yeah.
No Love Lost with Matt Claybrook. So that's when I started knowing Mario Jordan. I brought him up on stage, and he said, "Tell him." Of course, I'm like, "What do you want me to say about you?" And he said, "Tell him I am going to be on Comedians and Cars Getting Coffee." And I was like, "Oh, you on the Eddie Murphy year?" He said, "Yeah, tell him on the Eddie Murphy season." So it's a big deal, man. Eddie Murphy episode dropped. Normally these episodes are about 5 minutes. No, I'm sorry, 15 minutes long. Mm-hmm. But the Eddie episode's like 45 minutes, man.
Swear.
Yes, dude.
I will watch that as soon as I get home.
Yeah, dog. I loved it. It was so good, man. First of all, you hanging out with Eddie Murphy for an hour, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Eddie's your guy.
Eddie is my guy.
Yeah,
man. Can't say nothing bad about Eddie.
You can't say shit bad about Eddie to me, man.
Yeah.
Funniest dude ever born, Eddie motherfucking Murphy. He's not, now his writing, he's not the best writer. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Funny? Ain't nobody funnier than Eddie Murphy.
I got him ever born that I've seen. I probably got him in my top 3. But
who's the funniest dude born? Who? Bill? Rich?
Nah.
Kamal?
Nah, man, he's old school comedians, man. Like I would say, like
the nigga, what's his name? Gentry?
Huh?
Gentry. The Men in Black Joe. What's his name?
Oh no, Daryl Heath. I'm
Yeah,
talking
Daryl
about like, you know what I'm saying, Peter Sellers played the Pink Panther.
Okay.
Like people who actually Eddie Murphy looks up to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know who I love is Don Knotts.
Don Knotts
Don
is
Knotts
funny.
is one of the funniest dudes.
But yeah, like Peter Sellers played the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
And if you watch Eddie Murphy talk about the Pink Panther, I think when he was doing like the Nutty Professor, where he got like his inspiration from it, and like Peter Sellers would play all these different characters and stuff like that. Yeah. So that inspired Eddie Murphy. Also, man, Jerry Lewis. I think Eddie has him beat. But I would say like just going back in the day, man, going back to like Charlie Chaplin and
Chaplin's a beast.
And honestly, a lot of it doesn't hold up today. So
Chaplin holds up.
Well, a lot of people can't watch the old stuff because it doesn't hold up. But for me, it was for what I like to do is like talk about serious issues, social issues, and make them funny, but also spark a conversation afterwards. So for what he did,
Chaplin,
yeah,
dude,
that's my wheelhouse. That's my aspiration.
Well, you know I like the relationships, man. One of my favorite Charlie Chaplin bits, man. So he's this drunk, and his wife, he reads this letter because it's silent. So he reads a letter that he says, basically, if you don't stop drinking, I'm out of here, right? So he turns around, his back is to the camera, and his shoulders start convulsing up and down. He's obviously crying, right? This nigga turns back around. You see he's actually shaking a martini. Like, bitch, I'm good. You ain't gonna tell me to stop drinking, bitch. I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
I love that bitch so fucking much, man.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
cats be been biting for years and stuff like that.
Chaplin's
so
a monster.
So I would say Chaplin, Sellers, and Eddie Murphy. So Eddie's might be my number one, but he's somewhere in my top 3. And again, like I say, I don't expect people to go check them out and be like, oh man, them niggas ain't funny, because they probably don't hold up for a lot of people.
But for you.
But for me, and like I said, my idol being Eddie, that's who he looks up to.
Yeah.
And also Richard Pryor.
Yeah, of course. Richard's a beast. You know what I loved about the Eddie thing? A lot of stuff he talked about. He talked about Bill Cosby, man. Like he said it felt like Bill didn't like him, man. Like how Bill was kind of condescending to him. How he would tell him, "Hey, man, come over, come watch me perform in Jersey. I'm gonna show you how it's done." That type of shit. And you're not supposed to use this profanity. He talked about it in Raw. I would like to talk to you. Mm-hmm. But he said Richard was kind of a dick to him too. Like they both saw him as the new guy that was pushing them out, and he didn't see it like that.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Bill Cosby is not. It wasn't an Eddie thing. It's an everybody thing. I'm sure all like Dio has a
Bill Cosby deal.
Yeah, it's like Bill Cosby. He's from a different era, and his idea of stand up and performing is different from a lot of these other guys.
Yeah.
I read Eddie's book. What's it called when it's unauthorized?
I guess. Did he write it?
No, unauthorized autobiography. I think that's what they call them. Mm-hmm. And so he was saying like Rodney Dangerfield, who's another one of my guys, told him like, "Hey man, like you funny as shit.
Yeah,
but the language, dude.
Yeah."
And his whole thing was like, man, Dangerfield's a funny guy. He is.
Yeah.
But he's like 60 and he's still doing like these clubs. Like he hadn't really blown up. Mm-hmm. So he's like, why, this is my thing.
Yeah, let me do me, dog.
And so it's like, I think people from that older generation performing on Ed Sullivan and stuff like that, they have their idea of how to do.
And they've been trying to help. Bill was trying to help Eddie.
Yeah. That's the thing
about mind.
Yeah, but see, Bill doesn't do it like Dangerfield. Mm-hmm. Dangerfield's like, hey man, I'm trying to help you out, man. Like, hey, let's get some hoes afterwards.
Yeah.
Bill was talking to him like that father.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Pointing his finger.
Yes, he was.
Wagging his finger at him.
But
and so I can see that can be disconcerting for Eddie.
You know what I was happy about though, man? When Eddie had a chance to take a shot on him on the Saturday Night Live 40th birthday thing, Eddie passed. He said, nah, I'm not kicking a man while he's down. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
Even though this man was rude to me, he's still a black man. He's still a legend. I'm good. Y'all go ahead. I'm going to sit this one out.
And I read up on that. And it was, I think, Norm Macdonald, who wrote the gag, was saying, like, man, Eddie Murphy is like that one dude who doesn't have to be funny. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need the joke. He doesn't need the laughter. Yeah. So it was like, when he was like, I'm good, he wasn't like, well, give me something else. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. Whereas other people just need to be funny.
Thirst.
Yeah.
The thirst is real.
And Eddie was so comfortable where he was in his career. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I love that, man. The comedian Cars Getting Coffee, I definitely recommend it. What I love about it, he definitely said he's making a comeback, dude. I heard it with my own ears. But he was like, I'm going to wait till the time is right. My concern is the time is never right. You know what I mean? You got to do it, man.
See, I don't want to see it anymore. I think that time has passed because we didn't get to see Eddie transition. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see rock star Eddie, who was like 27, his last stand-up special. Mm-hmm. He talked about like he is fucking and stuff like that. Him being with all these women and relationships to like, 60, middle-aged 60-year-old Eddie.
Yeah, it's a lot missing.
It's a lot
five
missing
specials.
Right. And so it's like, I mean, obviously, I don't want to see him going back and doing that old shit at this age.
No,
but also, I'm not used to seeing Eddie talk about like being a grandfather, and it's like it's a different person. Yeah. And so if he would have just done it in stages, like we've seen, like I remember when Damon Wayans, The Last Stand, he talked about being 30-something years old, and so he was already as a young comedian, he was transitioning into being like a father.
Yes.
And telling stories about seeing his kids like when they're adults and stuff like that. And so it was like, okay, so if Damon did a special now about being like a grown up, or like a grandfather or something like that,
which he has a set on Fallon,
right?
He talks about that.
Like, oh,
it makes sense. Yeah, he
transitioned.
There's a 30-year gap from Eddie's specials,
right?
Yeah, but the thing is, Eddie's so funny. He's still funny when you hear him talking on Comedian's Car. You're like, damn, this dude is just still funny. Why would he not be?
Well, I think that funny people can have bad stand-up specials.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially if the writing ain't sharp.
Right, and so, like I know when he was about to host the Oscars, and they were asking, "You gonna prepare?" He's like, "Nah, you just do it."
Yeah,
it's like, man, I know he's good, I know he's great.
Yeah,
but like, damn, man, you just going in there like that confident, and I'm scared, I guess.
Yeah, you're scared he's gonna fail.
Because he's just that confidence that I can just go in and just do it without the 6 weeks or 6 months.
Yeah, he need about 2 years. If Jeselnik takes 3 years per special, you need at least 2.
Did you see the Adam Sandler joint?
I can't watch that. I haven't even tried.
Honestly, man, it's not bad. It's a bunch of different. Like,
I'll give it a try.
It's him at different like venues.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
what
man.
That's what,
one thing I'll say about him in this pretty much contradicts what I said about Eddie. He's doing Adam Sandler shit.
As he should.
He's not saying, I'm making all this money, I'm a father. He's doing crazy bits, crazy songs, like almost like he did not leave stand up.
Yeah.
And it works. So I'm contradicting myself because Eddie, I'm afraid.
I'm about to ask you this question, man, to see if I'm springing on you. It's not in the show prep. One of the things I loved about the special was when Eddie Murphy. By the way, Netflix said according to TMZ, Eddie Murphy might be in a $70 million negotiation for multiple specials for Netflix. That would be crazy if that's true. Eddie Murphy said his goal was to be a combination of Elvis, Richard Pryor, Bruce Lee, and Muhammad Ali. That was the ingredients of Eddie Murphy, and that blew me away because I'm thinking, oh wow, 2 fighters. And 2 great fighters, super confident. All those dudes had a gang of bitches too. But stars, like I'm like, oh, that's why he rocked that leather. That's kind of like that Elvis swag. And what do you think your ingredients are?
First one,
how many you got?
I probably have I have 4, but 3 categories. So here's the thing about it. Like one space occupies 2 people.
All right. Whatever. Okay. Get to it, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
So one like Mel Brooks / Hal Roach.
Who's Hal Roach? Wait, is that the Three Little Stooges? Or no,
the Our Gang. Our Gang. Our Gang. He was a comedy producer from like the silent movies, and he lived to like shit. He was like 100 years old.
That was Alfalfa and them. Hal Roach's name would be before Little Rascals. That's
he did the Little Rascals. He did Laurel and Hardy, Charlie Chase, all these comedians. He was a comedy producer, right? He had his own studio and everything like that. And Mel Brooks, I liked his movies in the 70s and the 80s, Spaceballs, History of the World. Young Frankenstein. I
love Spaceballs.
So I grew up on Mel Brooks' movies and stuff like that.
Spaceballs might be my favorite damn comedy. If not, like Spaceballs, I'm gonna get you Sucker Airplane. Those 3.
Yeah.
CSI.
You ever see History of the World?
Never.
History of the World Part 1. So I got History of the Black Man.
Yeah. Okay.
But just comedy producers. Love those guys. Want to be one of those. Edward Reagan Murphy.
Who the fuck is that?
Edward Reagan Murphy is Eddie Murphy. That's his full name. Just to be that guy.
That dude.
That dude who not only is funny, but like everybody puts him on that pedestal. Everybody wants to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to just go by his house. He's like the ultimate cool guy.
Motherfucking dude.
Right. And my last one is Malcolm.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X, but not the nation Malcolm.
Which Malcolm are we talking about?
Malcolm
Little?
El Haj Malik Shabazz when he comes back
from his journey.
Right. Okay. Still wants to talk about the injustice, but he's more willing to work with others, and he sees the world a little differently. So I'm not, white man is the devil and stuff like that. But I do want to call out injustice. So those three categories. I want to be this big time comedy producer. I want to just be like known as this phenomenal comedian who the peers respect and admire. And also I want to just, help people out, just call out injustice and fix, make the world a better place. So that's my three.
Okay,
it's four people, but my three lanes.
Yeah. Well, I'm still in some of that. I ain't still. We have something in common though. And we come back. We gotta take a little break because we're going long. We come back. I'm gonna give you my ingredients.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know if you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? We got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one. Hey, man, this is so interesting, man. You are Hal Roach, Mel Brooks, Edward Reagan Murphy, and Malcolm X. The Hal Roach, Mel Brooks is so interesting to me because I'm like, wow. Of course, man. He's a great filmmaker. He's a comedy producer. He produces the education. You produce these great stage shows. I'm trying to get you into doing some online stuff, but we keep working you. And one of the greatest comedians of our time, and then a guy with something to say. Here's my list, dog. I am number one, Michael Joseph Jackson. Michael Joseph Jackson. And let me tell you why. I don't want to dance on stage, but there's this picture of Michael where he's like in his suit and he's just looking off to the side. I don't know if you can visualize it, man, because I got to paint the picture for the radio audience. He's just standing there. I think his fists are balled. He's in his glittery jacket and he's just looking off to the side. And I'm like, that hair is look at Michael. Man, when I grew up, man, Michael Jackson was the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
When I think of star, I think of Michael Jackson. So Eddie, when he grew up, it was Elvis. And we're so lucky, man, because they got Elvis, we got Michael. And I don't know anything about Elvis. I just know Elvis was a star. Well, Michael was a motherfucking star. I don't care about his personal life, as you've heard my pattern.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the star vibe of Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, at one point, honestly, he probably was the most famous person on the planet.
Honestly, I used to listen to this music and just be blown away, like the Jackson 5 stuff, all the stuff, just be like, God, what the fuck? And I never knew how intentional a lot of that was. That's what I really love about Michael. Like, he used the law of attraction when he won 1 Grammy and was like, next year I'm going to win 8. Off the Wall won 1 and it wasn't good enough for him. He literally wanted Thriller to be the biggest thing, and it was. I used to think that kind of shit just happened. I didn't know he set an intention. This next was going to be the biggest shit.
Yeah, I thought that basically it was time for his next album.
It was time for his next album. But yo, Quincy, what we got? No, he set the intention to do it dope. So Michael Joseph Jackson. The next one is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. This dude, man, I was never even a basketball fan, Kamal. I wasn't watching that shit. My dad's a huge basketball fan. I was into football. I was into Marcus Allen and the Raiders. This dude, Michael Jordan, come on, his shoes are still around 20 years after he retired. Once again, the vibe, the energy, the magic of Michael Jordan. And he was an asshole, which I didn't know. Because, the world loved him. And that was my thing. So the next one is Michael Tyson. Now, when I tell you, Mike Tyson was knocking niggas out in 90 seconds. When I was watching Mike Tyson fight, I used to be like, God, he was amazing.
Yeah.
I wasn't into Ali. I wasn't into Bruce Lee. I was into Mike Tyson. The intimidation factor, the no joke factor. I didn't care about the voice. I didn't care about the accusations. I didn't care about Robin. I cared about when he got in that ring. And he looked the dude in his eye. The dude knew he was in trouble.
You could see him like looking down like, oh, shit. I don't want to piss this man off. I don't want to piss this. You know, I used to feel bad for
Who?
The dudes who didn't get knocked out.
Oh, they just had to just take the ass whooping.
I think it just go down, dog. He hit this guy Andrew Galata so hard in his ribs. He like
his legs started buckling.
Nah, man, he fucked up his spine.
Eesh.
That's a very hard hit. He needed like back surgery or some shit like that. It's like, go down.
Go down, dude. You know, it's okay, man.
Go down.
If your wife is going to leave you, she's already made the decision anyway. Then the next one is 3 comedians rolled into one. Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Patrice O'Neal. Eddie Murphy for the star vibe and talent. That's just, I've never seen anybody's talent. Chris Rock for his pen. Like, we talk about Chris Rock's relationship point of view, and it angers us because like he covered everything.
Yeah.
He's covered everything. And I'm like, God. And he's even done stuff like on this last special that I had that I cut from my album. It was stuff that I was doing too. Like, I never heard him do. I'm like, I used to have that joke.
Hey, no bullshit, man. Chris Rock and Richard Pryor have pretty much covered
everything
that a comedian would think of. You have to really start just racking your brain and come up with some different shit. But for the most part, yeah. I mean, it's...
Yeah. And then Patrice, because Patrice, man, like, you know, I'm a fan of Corey Holcomb, but to me, Patrice took what Corey Holcomb did and just, and he threw the love into it. Because Corey Holcomb shit is just cold, doggish, fuck you, bitch.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's so fucked up. Whereas like Patrice, he's like, gorgeous, baby, sweetheart, I'm just trying to, like his whole delivery is like, gorgeous, let me help you out. We don't want to come home to you. Like he's saying it with love. And it, you know, so man, goddamn, that's my list, man. Michael Jackson star vibe, Michael Jordan for excellence, and Michael Jackson for excellence as well. Mike Tyson for straight ass whooping. And you know, and Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, and Patrice O'Neal for their comedic prowess.
I grew up with all those guys, man, except for Patrice.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of all of them. Honestly, those could have easily been my list as well.
Yeah, love it. When we come back, man, Kevin Garnett has to pay $100,000 a month in child and spousal support. You know we got to get into that. This is the MRA podcast. Are you yelling at your radio right now? You know, what the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. You know, just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at the MRA podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
You know, so we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. I'm upset about this Kevin Garnett shit.
Why?
He has to pay $100,000 a month in child support and spousal support. Let me tell you why. He had a prenup, Kamal. He did it the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
He has a prenup that says she don't get shit. You leave with the draws on your back.
Right.
And somehow she's trying to find a way through her great lawyer that, who's paying for it, Kamal?
I think it's Kevin Garnett.
I'm pretty sure he's paying for the lawyer that's bending him over. This is some bullshit, dog. What's going on here, man?
So the shit don't work for her, huh?
What do you mean?
That prenup is not working for her?
Of course it's not working for her because she wants to leave with dough.
Well, here's the thing about it. She filed for divorce.
First of all, if you're not happy, if you can stay and get all this shit.
Yeah.
Marriage is for life.
Yeah.
Not just for better or for worse. It's for life.
Uh-huh.
So you're the one that wants to leave.
Here's the crazy thing about it. After he stops playing, he's home more.
Yeah, man.
I just don't like this nigga. I
Really?
I like it when he's gone for half the
now
year.
His star's falling a little bit.
Yeah.
So you get to just take the best part, the money.
Take the best part. And she's fighting so Kevin wants joint custody, physical and legal.
As you said, when they take joint custody, if they don't want to get fucked in the legal, take custody of your child.
Yeah. So so that's the thing, guys. Man, get custody. He's not playing anymore.
Yeah.
So he's not on the road.
He got time.
Right. So he could, he could have custody of his kids half the time, and so that puts a huge dent
on the dough.
Yes. Right. Also, she wants spousal support, so she wanted, I think, like $47,000 a month for the kids.
$47,000.
Or
what the fuck are you talking about? What? That's a year, dog. That's what niggas make in a year, Kamal.
Yeah, my numbers might be off.
I don't give a fuck. 47,000. I thought I saw that number too, my dude.
Yeah, my number. She wants 46,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not 47. 46.
She wants 46 a month. For the kids.
Oh, okay.
And 146 for spousal.
Her.
She wants this man to be paying damn near $200,000.
No. First of all, the 100 for her is ridiculous. Chris Rock, as we said, he touched everything.
Yeah.
Come by. Okay, you can get all the payment you want. I'm going to need some pussy payments.
Yeah.
Dude, why don't they ever think about the man's needs? They only think about making sure she has what she needs. And she don't need that.
They were married for 14 years. My wife said basically because we talked about it this morning, she was saying like, well, if this chick if you talk her into raising the kids and she's not doing anything for her career, and then 20 years later you divorce her and she's 50-something, 40-something now, like what is she supposed to do?
Hold up. First of all, she filed for divorce, number one. That should fuck everything up. And then number two, y'all could have had nannies, because how much did you say Kevin Durant made?
Kevin Garnett. $343 million just playing basketball.
Just basketball.
We're not talking about the Nike contracts. Yeah. He went to Adidas. I'm sure he did some local endorsements when he was in Minnesota selling used cars or whatever.
Yeah.
That man has probably made $500 million.
Yeah.
Since he was
ain't done
18 years old.
You babysat the kids.
With nannies and cooks.
Yeah, you got nannies and cooks.
Right.
And you supposed to get the fuck out of here. Show me where you used to be a coder, bitch, or a goddamn what do they call it? Venture capitalist. Show me that was your trajectory. You know what I mean? Like you're not
you working on some app.
Yeah, at
you
least
had to stop, and he talked you into stopping working on this app to raise the kids.
Baby, I need you to like Aisha Curry. As much as we've talked about her, at least she really does have shit she's trying to do.
Yeah.
And if he say, hey, baby, stop doing that shit. Focus on the kids. She has an argument. Kevin Durant's lady. Garnett. I keep saying that, dog.
It's all good.
Thank you for being there for me. Kevin Garnett's lady can say she was, I can't do it, bro.
So right now it's 100,000
a month
until they figure out a number. Until they figure out a number, because they're going through like custody battle and all that stuff. So here's the thing about it, until we figure it out, just pay her $100,000. It's like what?
No. How about until we figure it out?
I don't pay shit.
How about I pay nothing
until we figure this shit out.
How about that? How about you go live with your rich sister or some shit? Or how about you stay here like you said you would?
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Hey, Kevin Garnett got a bunch of houses.
Yeah,
I know he had one in LA. He got one in Minnesota still. I'm just like, hey, man, she can go over there.
Why don't you go there, right? He's going to keep paying the bills on that.
Yeah.
And you're just going to have to just keep buying the groceries, Kevin. Like, honestly, can't you just say, dog, keep paying the bills, all right? Give her enough to live comfortably. Like, she don't need to go shopping. How much is food? Triple it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, enough to make sure she's good until we decide this.
Yeah, my thing is, if there's a divorce, and I'm balling, and my ex-wife isn't, that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Like, hey kids, what do y'all want to do this weekend? Want to go to your mom's house, or you want to stay in all of this shit?
Hey man, that's the beauty of Oprah and Stedman.
Yeah.
If they ever broke up and had kids, Stedman got his own shit, Oprah got her own shit.
She got more shit, but Stedman, his lifestyle's not going to change.
Dude, why don't you leave with what you came with? Nothing. When we come back, Nadia from Brooklyn returns. She's the lady who had originally emailed us talking about she wanted to find a man that would accept her for wanting more than one dude. You remember her?
Yeah.
You had a little baby crush on her.
Yeah, I did. And now,
then she hit us back with the list.
Yeah.
Her list of expectations. All right. She's got a great Dear Irby letter, and you'll hear that when we come back. This is MRA Podcast. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Nadia from Brooklyn here. I know you had questions about my new view of wanting to have sex and my list.
Waiting for sex
and my list. I'm still the same person. Because remember, we were like, this sounds like two different people.
Yeah, I know, right?
She said, I'm still the same person, but I'm trying to establish a meaningful relationship. I admit, I think Kyle was right about me reacting to my previous guy not wanting to meet his people. Remember, because she had two things on the list. Well, she had something on the list about, I need to meet your people in mine. And I was like, hey, there's a problem there. And she was saying I was right about that. All right, good. I'm trying to move on, but here's my revised list. Drum roll, please. Number 1, sexual compatibility. Number 2, intellectual stimulation and emotional availability. And number 4, mutual adoration. No, so 3 is emotional availability, 4 is mutual adoration. So now she has 4 things on the list. Mm-hmm. I think this includes everything I'm trying to find. I really want to connect on a whole different level. Until recently, I was sexless for 7 months. Here goes the big question. Do you feel that waiting to have sex is a scam? I just think that someone should try harder than let's fuck tonight. When I told my friend, she asked, should the vagina be a reward? I said yes. Any thoughts here for me? We love Nadia. You still love Nadia?
I don't know anymore. I don't know this Nadia. I just don't know the answer to that, Kyle.
What you got, dude?
Well, yeah, I don't like what I'm reading, man. Do you feel that waiting to have sex is a scam? Hell yeah. It's a goddamn scam. Like you said a couple of episodes ago, man, you're grown. Mm-hmm. So if you want to have sex with a person, you're going to suppress that?
Yeah.
Until you get X, Y, and Z?
Come on.
So you use that shit as a bargaining chip, which I don't like. Mm-hmm. Now, if you need X, Y, and Z to become sexually attracted to that person, that's a whole different animal. And honestly, I can respect that. I don't necessarily agree. Yeah, but I can respect that.
I can't even get stimulated until I get X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
If that's how that's how you operate.
Yes, your
that's how you're wired.
Operandi.
Yeah, I'm good with that. But if it's like, hey, I really want to have sex with this person, but I'm going to need to see X, Y, and Z first. You're playing games. Mm-hmm. You're playing games, I think, honestly, after a certain age, you're too old for that shit.
Yeah.
And when she gets into the strategy of not having sex right away because it gives you an opportunity to get to know each other. So I think having sex right away makes me want to keep coming around. I get to know you that way.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. If you make me wait, if you make me wait and I'm coming around thinking I'm going to get some sex, I might get to know you before we have sex. I'm done.
Once I get the sex, like, all right, thanks.
Well, I might not even get there. If I'm like,
what if she tells you I need to wait this amount but she said not 30 days, not 90 days.
Well, here's the thing about it. I think the sex thing is a plus. Right? So I think it's a plus when you're trying to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you take that away and I really get to know you. Now I'm starting to be like, I'm waiting for this shit. So now I'm noticing all the cracks and the kinks in the armor.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can't believe this chick is making me wait. As I'm noticing everything. Yeah. And I'm getting frustrated. I'm becoming more short. And I might bounce before we even get to the sex part. I might, as the kids say, ghost you before. So I think it's a game, and I think it's a game that you can definitely lose if you don't play your cards right. And I think what happens is, I think Nadia's talking about a lot of one-nighters. Meeting somebody in the bar, in the club, going out, having sex, and not really getting to know anybody, but just that raw animal attraction. And then, if that's your get down, I can see that not working out for you.
Well, let's just pretend that's her get down. So what is she supposed to do? We're trying to help Nadia She wants something a little more. We're just assuming her get down is one night stand, one night stand, one night stand. She's trying to get out of one night stand land to a little longer land. What should she do, Kamal?
Well, I like the dating, the dating scene, man. Like going out, starting off with coffee during the daytime or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to know somebody. But when they go out, no preconditions. No, like, all right, I'm not gonna have sex with him like the Keller.
Yeah.
Keller's like, nope.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
You're not fucking tonight.
Yeah.
Not till tomorrow. That shit is game.
Just get to know somebody.
Yeah.
And I think that'll help you out a lot more than just having the one-nighters, one extreme, and the next extreme. I'm waiting 10 months until I get... He checks all these boxes because that motherfucker might not check those boxes.
Fantastic as usual. When we come back, we're going to take a little break, and then I'm going to let you know how I feel. Because I'm bubbling brown sugar over here, dog.
Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash.
Kamal, I like Nadia.
You do?
I do, man. First of all, she's written to us 3 or 4 times. Is this 3? Yeah. So she's a loyal listener. And I also like that she's a free spirit. From her first email, she was just like, I like to have sex. And, will a guy accept it? Mm-hmm. So based on that makes me say the reason why she hasn't been able to find maybe a meaningful relationship is more her than them. She said that sometimes women get tired of a man after she has sex. I'm going to guess that that's her. Mm-hmm. You have sex with a guy and you're done with him. Because I can't. Now, I got to admit, sometimes this is how I know I care about a woman. After I bust a nut, if I still can tolerate her. Most of the time afterwards, I'm like, ugh, get away from me. I hate you. But if I care, that's how I knew that my wife was the one. Or the first one. Or the favorite one.
Only a couple.
Yeah.
For me. Like,
that you really actually cared about afterwards.
No, I'm saying like I was just like,
ugh.
What the hell was I thinking?
Like you come back to your senses afterwards, right?
Yeah. But it's only a couple.
Oh, okay. Well, I've had a lot of those. Like, ugh, what the fuck was I thinking? So I can understand that. My concern, Nadia, is who you're picking. This is what I'm hearing, man. I'm hearing that you want a man, or you want something a little more meaningful. And I'm going to go from the original thing where you said you wanted to find a guy that's willing to, put up with this. And could you get in a black guy? So I'm going to address all of them. I don't like the whole arbitrary, you're not going to have sex thing. I can't believe she went 7 months without sex. I don't think she's lying. I don't understand why. Like you're just depriving yourself. Right. Why would you do that? If you're in the mood for some sex, get some.
Girl.
Yeah, get yours. Yeah. What are you playing for? Stop thinking that sex is going to make a man not like you. Some men, if it's all right, listen. There's something to be said about maybe not fucking on the first night.
Listen, okay, go ahead, man.
There's something to be said about not fucking on the first night. Maybe get to see if you, unless you just want to get one off. But if you want to get to know a guy, maybe not the first night, second night, but find out. It's fine. There's no number. There's no number that's going to make you ruin for these men. And I bet you there's a man that's willing to treat you the way you want to be treated. And I bet you don't want him. That's usually what it is. There's always somebody. I do a bit in my act about Deontay and Darren. That Darren is the good guy, Deontay is the asshole. And you keep chasing Deontay. When there's a Darren right there, I guarantee he's down. But you don't want to settle for him. You want to be happy, you got to settle. You got to. Because we all have to settle for love. Like, whoever I'm with, I'm sacrificing something.
If a chick is feeling me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Feeling me. We're having a conversation. We're discussing some shit.
Yeah.
I'm making her laugh or stimulating each other. You know, I don't even know what the word is. Verbally,
you guys are vibing.
We vibing.
You're vibing, and the sexual tension is growing.
Right.
And then she puts it down. She puts the fire out for some arbitrary rule. That's ridiculous.
I'm saying if we have sex, I'm not gonna turn over and be like, ugh.
No. Here's the ones I'm gonna say ugh for. The ones that I ain't really like, I just needed to hit. But if we vibing, we good.
Right. And I think she's missing the vibe. I mean, because I just don't see that. I don't see people not being attracted to somebody after you were vibing. So I'm assuming Nadia wasn't vibing. She's just meeting people. And I'm saying if you vibe with somebody, you know what I'm saying, and you guys have sex, I don't think that ruins anything, because if you're vibing, you guys are going to continue to vibe and grow and build. Yeah. And then slowly but surely, all those checks, those boxes will be checked.
Ladies, stop thinking sex is going to ruin your relationship. Right. If you like a guy, stop thinking. You got to get that myth out of your head. Yeah. I'm not going to go into where it came from. So let me just really quick, we got to wrap this up. This is her new list. Sexual compatibility. I have no problem with that.
Well, how would she know?
If she's not fucking them, exactly. Sexual compatibility, intellectual stimulation, I don't have a problem with that. Emotional availability, good luck with that sometimes.
Well, you might not find that on the first night.
Yeah, and then mutual adoration. That's the only one I'm concerned with, because it's hard sometimes to find where y'all both like each other.
I have a problem with that one too, because then it's like, well, let's say there was a number. There's not, but let's say there was a number where he likes me at 85%, I like him at 100, but he only likes me at 85, so I'm going to decrease how much I like him.
And we're playing games again.
Playing games.
Yeah.
Playing games instead
out of fear. And people only play games out of fear.
Instead of just letting things happen organically. It's like she starts manipulating the situation.
Cooking the books.
Juking the stats.
Don't do that. Just go with the flow. Know what you want. Avoid the red flags. And I guess what we're saying, this is what Kyle's saying. I've already said it. Be willing to settle. I know it sounds crazy, but you're just going to have to. If you really want a relationship, I guarantee there's somebody in your life that wants a relationship. Be willing to settle. And if he really wants it, he's going to sign off for you doing your thing. So get your steady Eddie and have your fun on the side.
Well, I think she's done with that.
You don't think she's with the one and the multiple guys anymore?
No, she's looking for one guy. Remember, she's like not trying to have sex with him. So she's off that. She's looking for a guy. Remember, she said, I'm looking to settle down now. And this is what I want in a guy. So she's off the multiple guys. She's off the fun, Nadia. You know what I'm saying? She's off the fun, Nadia.
Well, if this is true, this is really your stuff. Sexual compatibility, intellectual stimulation, emotional availability, and mutual adoration. The one that you might have to massage is mutual, especially if he likes you more. Because if there's a guy in your life that he likes you more and it's not mutual, it's really hard to find somebody where you're both sprung at 100. Normally, one person is into it more than the other, and asking for mutual, to me, is rich people's problems. That's you got to be careful with that.
And Kyle knows rich people problems.
You goddamn right, Kamal. If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
Twitter @Angry Kamal.
I am at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY. We are both at The MRA Podcast. If you got something to say to us, you can hit us at The MRA Podcast on all social media. You can also go to www.themrapodcast.com for all of our old episodes if you want to hear Nadia's or B-Dogs or any of our favorite reoccurring listeners. Go back in the archives at themrapodcast.com. KyleIrby.com is where you can see some of my commercials, some of my comedy videos, and, all things Kyle Irby are at KyleIrby.com. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.